Protests continue for a fourth night over the police killing of Patrick Lyoya. Another protest started tonight at Rosa Parks Circle just down the street, and they have made their way now toward the Grand Rapids Police Department headquarters. The protesters are angry. They are demanding justice here. As students return to class here at Michigan State University, they came across written messages of encouragement all across campus to remember that they're doing great right now. This is really one of the many messages we've heard from students and administrators over the last few days, that healing is different for everyone. Everyone grieves differently. Every student is grieving differently. In the middle of a heat wave, thousands of people in St. Joseph County have been without power. Three Rivers residents have suffered some of the worst of it, like this family with 2 trees fallen on top of their home. Travelers are going up to screens like this and seeing that their flight has been canceled. I've been here throughout the day, and the biggest change heading into nightfall is just the wind. It bites. You know, this is a strong wind coming in. Take a look behind me. You can see the road is completely submerged in water. It's gotten slightly worse in the few hours that we've been here. Residents have parked their car all the way back there, even some with boats, and they've walked right through this water. Multiple police agencies have been on scene here for several hours, and if you look behind me, you can see the black Honda CR-V that this suspect was driving. This is on M86, just into Branch County. The owner of Mighty Mini Superettes says this has happened multiple times in the past, and around 5 Tuesday morning, a group came in, rammed their van multiple times through this store, breaking it open, and they stole thousands of dollars worth of product. And it was all caught on video. Burglars crashing their way into a Southeast Grand Rapids party store in the middle of the night. The first try didn't get them in, so they hit the door again. And again, finally breaking through the store, causing slushy to pour all over the floor.
This whole structure they were saying is, as you can see, is bent here and everything. It's all 1, 2, 3, 4 door need to be replaced.
Multiple young men wearing face and head coverings rushing in.
They break this thing with a big bolt cutter. They just smashed it.
Ransacking the register and stealing an estimated $10,000 worth of Breeze vape pens. More than a dozen security cameras watching the whole thing, capturing one of the suspects red-handed before they took off. The whole robbery taking just minutes. Store owner Parmindra Multani is still picking up the pieces. He doesn't know how much replacing the doors and the windows is going to cost him.
Luckily, they didn't break into the gas line. Always be more damage and fire everywhere.
But they came close.
They came very close, yeah. I mean, right here, they hit it here.
With worker shortages, he's only got 3 employees.
Work very hard. It's like a 24-hour job, 7 days. I didn't have a day off in the last 3 years. Can you imagine? I work every day.
Now, he's scared for what's next.
It's going to happen again. 101% is going to happen again. No doubt. And I cannot stop it, you know. Unless I stand outside with my own gun all night and work during the day 12 hours, this is the only way.
For nearly 9 months, Cully Root has wondered whether it's safe to drive her own car, a 2017 Chevy Traverse, because there's still no fix for a recall affecting hundreds of thousands of GM vehicles.
I don't know what to do. Just don't know what to do.
Last spring, Cully got this recall letter from Chevy telling her it's concerned about her safety because of a potentially dangerous defect in her car. The recall was issued over concern that if the airbag explodes during deployment, it could send metal shrapnel into the cabin, which could seriously injure or even kill the driver. Hers was one of nearly 1 million vehicles that GM recalled last May, including more than 457,000 Chevy Traverse vehicles, plus GMC Acadia and Buick Enclave cars from the 2014 through 2017 model years. GM said the recall was out of an abundance of caution after it learned a Traverse was involved in a crash where the airbag exploded during deployment, giving the driver facial injuries. This was part of a much larger recall, also last May, involving ARC Automotive, the maker of these airbags. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration called on ARC to recall more than 67 million airbag inflators, citing several of these incidents that resulted in injuries, plus a 2021 crash in Michigan involving a 2015 Traverse that it said led to the driver's death.
It's got to be fixed. You can't just let us drive around in a car that, you know, the metal fragments can come out of the airbag if it's deployed and hit you in the neck and the face, or, you know, the kids in the back seat.
ARC Automotive did not comply with the larger recall. The company has denied that there is a systemic defect in the airbags. When Kelly got the recall letter from GM, she was told that certified dealers would be able to replace the airbags free of charge once the parts are available. Since then, Kelly's gone to local dealerships and GM itself hoping for a fix.
And they said, yeah, you're not the only one. We have no fix for it. That's when I contacted you guys to see what you could find out about it.
So we reached out to GM, which said it's working with its suppliers to produce replacement parts and make them available to dealers for the necessary repairs as soon as possible. It's also investigating the issue with a third-party engineering firm. GM could not tell News 8 when it expects the fix to be ready. The motor company says, quote, "We are committed to working with our suppliers to get replacement parts to our dealers as soon as possible."
Well, I'm just kind of angry. Chevy's really let us down, I feel.
Kelly doesn't know what to do, and she's far from the only one. A 2022 analysis by Consumer Reports found that more than 2 million people nationwide had their car recalled that year without the option of an immediate repair.
It's a very large problem. There's many people who have the same problem.
Kelly lives on a farm in Woodland, on the edge of Barry County, and she needs the vehicle to get around, but she worries about driving long distances.
40 minutes to Grand Rapids, probably 30, 40 to Lansing. Major stores, we don't have those major stores out here.
When she has to drive, she says she drives defensively.
This is my car, so yeah, like if the kids need to be picked up at daycare, the grandkids, you know, I usually get that call and I'll go pick them up, and I just don't feel good about it anymore.
In Woodland, Byron Tollefson, News 8.